Giants fam, it's your boy Giants Broly back again with another video. Alright, so it's off season, no football is being played, so it's not much to talk about. So I decided to come out with a hot take video. My hot take is Jackson Dart is going to inherit a Super Bowl winning team when he takes over in 2026. I know that may seem far-fetched, and I know that it may seem like conjecture or, just delusion. And it is. It definitely is. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. I say that because we have a Super Bowl winning quarterback. We got a guy who knows how to, what it takes to get there, knows what it takes to win the big game, in Russell Wilson. We have possibly the best pass rush, or presumably the best pass rush I've seen in quite a long time, since the NYPD days, and the Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, Osi Umenyiora days, with Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, and now Abdul Carter. That pass rush can be ridiculously scary. The back end, the secondary with Paulson Adebo and Deonte Banks if he takes the next step, and Drew Phillips if he continues his progression into becoming possibly the best nickel corner in the league. I don't see why that defense wins championships. I don't see why that defense cannot be vastly improved from what it was last year. And it wasn't bad last year. They had trouble stopping the run, but it wasn't like they was getting just ran off the field defensively. So a lot of the games we lost last year were one-score games, sometimes one or 2 point differential, and we winning instead of losing. So if we get improved play from our defense, and we get a quarterback who, like I said, has been there, knows what it takes to win the big games, and has played, in multiple Super Bowls, not just one. So he knows how to, conduct himself in that situation. And he has a dog at wide receiver 1 in Malik Nabers. I'm hoping that Jalin Hyatt, he can find a way to use Jalin Hyatt, because I feel like the Giants have misused him. I was ecstatic when they drafted him in the 3rd round a couple years ago, and I feel like they just haven't used him properly. So if he can get some solid production out of Jalin Hyatt, Darius Slayton is Darius Slayton. He's going to catch the deep balls. He's also going to drop a lot of easy passes. That's just who he is. I like Theo Johnson at the tight end position, but I also heard rumors that they could be looking into trading for Kyle Pitts, which I would be over the moon about, because I was a huge Kyle Pitts fan. I wanted the Giants to draft him, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So either way, Theo Johnson and Daniel Bellinger at the tight end position is solid. And then we have Dolchich that Russell Wilson has familiarity with, so that the tight end position is okay. I think Tyrone Tracy and Cam Scatterbo could be a 2025 version of Thunder and Lightning. I would definitely love to see that. The two-headed monster at running back is a winning formula. It's been proven. So I'm excited about that. And overall, I feel like a lot of people are not going to see the Giants coming. And I watched the Russell Wilson interview on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, the Carmelo Anthony podcast, and he said, he wants to win another championship before he hangs it up. So that speaks to me is motivation. And then I also watched Malik Neighbors' podcast, the Malik Neighbors episode of the same podcast, and he was talking about how he was going to play for Kyron Lacy, his friend that passed, the wide receiver from LSU that unfortunately took his life. So he's going into this season with motivation to play for his friend. You got Russell Wilson, who's motivated to win another championship before he retires. So you have your two most important players on offense that's playing with fire in their eyes. I don't see why the Giants can't at least make a lot of noise this season. I know a lot of people don't expect us to do much, 5-6 wins maybe, but I don't see why we can't shock the world. So it may be, like I said, it may be conjecture, it may be wishful thinking, but when Jackson Dart finally takes over the reins next season, he could be inheriting a very good, if not championship team. And then you have 4 years in free agency in the draft to build around a guy who's taken over a team that was highly successful. You have the makings of what could be a dynasty if it's handled correctly. That's all I got to say for now. Holla at your boy. Giants Broly signing out.